Hey guys, before I start the video, I wanted to let you know about our Patreon exclusive podcast. Basically, we're going to be talking about our lives, things we're doing, watching, playing, and yeah, it's a cool way for you to support us and also learn more about us. So if you want to watch that, go on over to our Patreon. Enjoy the video. Thanks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the infamous COVID vaccine. Sort of talking about Joe Rogan, because he was said that it was basically like him saying that if you're able-bodied, you shouldn't get the vaccine, which is kind of stupid and dumb. But
well, I think what he meant was if you're able-bodied, you don't need the vaccine. But
which I think is still wrong. Like,
yeah,
because obviously, you can work out every day and still get COVID. It's not the idea that you will be fine. It's the idea that everyone else will be fine. You know what I mean? Like, we need to create immunity through all of us.
There have been countless cases too of younger people actually getting very sick from it. So
there was like a 35-year-old like healthy man who was like ripped and everything. He ended up dying from COVID. Like, you don't really know.
It affects everyone differently. Obviously, the elderly and the compromised immune system people, they are at higher risk. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about how if you are a Sigma male, you don't need this vaccine, but if you're everybody else, you definitely need it. So,
if you're a Sigma male, you will scare COVID away. Like, COVID will go up to you and you'll just give it a look. It'll just run away. Like, it won't even touch you.
So thank God you and I don't need it.
But we're going to watch the video of Joe Rogan clarifying his vaccine statements about him saying that,
The White House commented on what I said about vaccines.
Wait, the White House did?
You up.
Well, I guess it didn't hit me up necessarily.
Shot in the arm.
But didn't you already get COVID?
Yeah, I had Rona. I had it in October.
So why did you get a vaccination?
Wait. What? Okay, I'm confused on his questioning there. He said you had COVID, right? Then why did you get a vaccine? That's an interesting question. I mean, I know you can create immunity after getting a sickness, but like not all sicknesses are like that. There's only like specific sicknesses where you get it once and then it's like, boom, you don't have it anymore. You won't ever get it again. But we don't know enough about COVID to just assume that, we're not going to get it.
What I think is funny, there's so much discourse around the vaccine and COVID and whether or not you should get it. But most of the people that are having these arguments have no medical training. They're just regular people.
Conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you shouldn't get it because of this. You should get it because of this. But nobody really knows, aside from medical professionals who are working on it. And sometimes they don't even know.
And see, that's the problem. Is since only medical professionals know, then everyone's like, oh, can we trust them? Like, I don't know who these people are. Like, can we trust these people? Are they just lying to us? Are they creating a worse disease to make us all die? Like, all these crazy conspiracy there's
you can choose to live your life as a doomer and think that your life is like in a TV show where there's these big evil people that are trying to control you.
You're gonna have a zombie apocalypse tomorrow.
I choose not to believe that, but you can if you want to.
Like, I don't know. It just seems stupid to not get it. Like I mean, I don't know. Like, I honestly can't find a good reason not to get it except people being like, I'm scared of the government. I'm scared the government is going to put poison into me and I'm going to die tomorrow. It's like,
that's their strongest argument, and that's
their
the sad
only
part.
argument. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Like, there isn't really another argument besides, well, I don't know what the vaccine's going to do to me.
Well, some people just don't think it's effective, so they just don't care.
Which is stupid because, like, it's the same idea of, okay, why do you get other vaccines? Like, you don't know what's in those. You don't know.
This anti-vax thing has been going on for a while. Some people just don't vaccinate their kids in general.
No,
I
know
awful.
that, but I'm just saying, like, some people are like, they get their vaccinations, but they're just against COVID, and I think it's just because they fast tracked it. That's the only fear they have is like they got it out. Which, I mean, good that they got it out quick. Like, would you rather them wait 4 years, like most vaccinations, and then have more millions of people die? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so stupid that like people are almost angry that it came out fast. Like they're more afraid of a vaccine that stops the disease that came out quick than letting more millions of people die, waiting 5 years, and then have a vaccine come out. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I gotta say, what really irks me more than the anti-vax people are the COVID deniers. There are some people that think it's like it's hardly even a thing, or like it's not as bad as people are saying. Like there was a tweet by someone who said like they posted a picture of these people in India like when COVID just like first started out, and they were like, look at all these people walking around, and there's only been however many deaths in India. And now if you fast forward to today, there's so many people sick and dying in India. Like people are being cremated in the streets. Every single hospital is full. There's like, to get treatment, you have to be one of the lucky like 2%ers. It's crazy.
It's stupid because people who think like that are people who only live inside their own bubble. You know, like well, I haven't seen it firsthand. You know, like you know, it's just people who don't have empathy for other people, or people who don't think, oh, maybe those millions of people dying over there, maybe I should be concerned, not just because no one that I know hasn't got it yet. Like I hate when people think like that. They don't look at the big picture. They just think, oh, well, my grandma hasn't died from it, so why should I care?
Yeah,
you know?
That's why I think Trump was so dangerous, because he told all of his followers that everything they see in the media is a lie. You know, so whenever they see something in the news, they have no reason to trust it anymore.
Dude, that's why
because
it's gotten so much worse now with people and like fearing the media and fearing the news, because Trump literally, his catchphrase was fake news.
So then you have these people who don't trust anything they see online, and you know, like, how is that helpful for anybody? You can't be informed at that point. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's scary.
I had it in October.
So why did you get a vaccination?
I'm a sheeple, dude. Part of the sheep, dude. I wanted it because my antibodies.
Okay, can you pause it for a sec?
Yes.
This guy just responded to Joe when he said, "Why'd you get the vaccine?" He said, "I'm one of the sheeple, dude." I hate the sheeple argument so much.
Stupid.
Oh my god, it doesn't even matter which side you are on. You know, whether you're an anti-vax or someone who wants the vaccine, you can be considered a sheep on either side. It's just someone who follows a crowd. It doesn't matter what crowd. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the bigger crowd.
Yeah, the whole sheep thing just it never makes sense, because you could literally say it about everything. Because anybody who's anti-vax or against the media is like, okay, you're just a sheep for Trump. You're just following the Trump train. You're just listening to whatever he says and not taking in any other information. It's the same concept. Like, you could say that about people who get vaccinated. You could say that people who don't get vaccinated. Sheep is just a fancy word to just make fun of people. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so dumb. I hate it. It's just a way to degrade people who are listening to other people. Like, who isn't a sheep at that point? Someone who just like thinks for themselves entirely and doesn't take any information from anybody else. So what? Like,
it's impossible. It's impossible to not be a sheep. Like, you are a sheep no matter what you do. The definition of a sheep is you follow the herd, you follow the pack. You are following a pack to some extent, regardless of what you're doing.
Yeah. Every single human on the planet is a sheep, unless you're one of those people that lives off the grid and you don't. Yeah. You don't have a phone, you don't have a TV, you have nothing. Then maybe you're not a sheep at that point. But I think everybody else, doesn't matter where you're getting your information from. It's so stupid. I hate when people like make fun of other people by calling them sheep. If you do that, you're just proving that you yourself are an idiot.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Because I mean, it's just a buzzword to act like you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
What you got, the Johnson & Johnson?
No, dude, I'm a Derna mama. Corona for me was weird already, so I was like, I don't know, I'll just do that thing to not have it again. I bought into the system. I'm a sheep.
Wow.
Why does he keep saying that? Like, is he just? I don't know.
God. You're not cool if you're an anti-vaxxer, okay? It's
God. If they're
you are
acting like you're cool. I know, like how you said that. It's like he's acting like I'm just a loser. I'm a loser. I got the vaccination. It's like, no, you're not.
I'm a sheep. I'm a sheep, blah blah blah. I
You're
got
a good
the
person
vaccine.
for getting the vaccination.
I just said I don't think that if you're a young, healthy person that you need it. Their argument was you need it for other people.
So you don't transmit the virus.
That makes more sense.
So
It is interesting how he didn't think about that, though.
I know.
Yeah, it's like, this is the main issue. People don't think about other people. They only think about themselves, and that is the thing that is the huge problem, because they don't think about that. Like Joe Rogan, for example, he just didn't think about other people. Like, that's what you should be thinking about. We're not thinking about, I'll be fine. If I got COVID, I'm not going to die. But someone else might. I might accidentally give it to someone else. I'm spreading it if I have it and I'm going out. You know what I mean? Like, that's the issue.
He was just brainless on that day, and he wasn't thinking about, like, he was just thinking on a person-by-person basis for some reason. Not, you know, if you in particular are healthy, you shouldn't get it because you won't get sick. But I think he just wasn't thinking about all the areas in the world that can't get the vaccine yet for some reason, or for whatever reason, and so it's still easily spreadable.
People aren't thinking about other people, and that should be the case, but 99% of the time it's not. Like people are too focused on themselves to care about other people dying or other people potentially dying.
Can we talk about like the fear of vaccines being safe or not? Because I think that is such a dumb thing for people to be afraid of. Name one person who hasn't been vaccinated when they were younger. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the thing. Those kids who don't get vaccinated when they're younger, a lot of times end up dying from diseases. Like, not even exaggerated. There's a lot of examples of people who don't vaccinate their kids, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, my kid died from some I don't know, just a random disease that I didn't vaccinate him for. I used essential oils. It didn't help." Like, you know, it's basically torturing people, torturing your children to not vaccinate them, potentially killing your children.
I feel like this is kind of a new thing, at least within the last 10, 20 years or something.
It definitely became, it probably isn't a new thing, but it definitely became like a trend recently.
Yeah.
And
because
I feel like Trump had a lot to do with it.
Everybody that I knew growing up was vaccinated, you know, when they were kids. Everybody. And I'm pretty sure, like, none of them got, like, smallpox and all these
like really terrible diseases that you can
get. What else is it?
Like mumps? I don't know.
Yeah, all these weird things.
Like, imagine getting mumps in 2021, you know, like
it is weird. I honestly can't wrap my head around the people that think that vaccines are dangerous. And if they were, then why would they even be a thing, you know?
Yeah, like, the thing is if they were dangerous, there would be loads and loads of proof that it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, like, there would be so much proof that it's a problem.
These people cherry pick these, like, very, very rare circumstances where people do get sick from vaccines, you know? And that's probably due to some sort of, like, allergy or something. But it's easy to put yourself into the framework of, people only care about money. Like, the entire medical industry.
I mean, big pharma's pretty trash, let's be real.
Yeah. So, like, it's easy to not trust big pharma, and because obviously money controls everything. So if there's some way to exploit people for money, it's going to happen. And so it's hard to take anything the government sells you and just swallow it. So I do see that angle kind of makes sense to me, you know?
I mean, they take ibuprofen all the time, you know? like, well, what about your Aleve? What about your NyQuil, your Dayquil?
Yeah.
You know? You're putting that into your body.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different factors at play here, but I think for the most part, vaccines are definitely safe. Definitely get your COVID vaccine. You know?
Please get your children vaccinated.
And this is something like this pandemic is like an anomaly. Yep, like nothing like this has happened before. At least not in our lifetimes.
Not in the modern history.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, in the history, there's been a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But
Black Plague and shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's way worse because we didn't have the medical advances that we do now.
Yeah, we could even expand upon it and say how, like, the meat industry is fucking up everything, but that'd be going way too in depth. But
like there's so much we could go off of here, but let's just stick to COVID.
Let's be honest.
I'm older now.
You're on the ropes.
Okay, fine. I'm getting older.
I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm 53. I'm old as fuck.
I'm
When we
old
celebrated
as
your
fuck.
50th birthday, we were in Detroit. Where were we? I was like, oh, my friend is 50. And I was starting to plan your funeral. I was going through all that stuff. I was like, what are we going to do?
But honestly, it doesn't bother me. Because
your
I'm on
life.
fucking steroids. Because I'm juiced
Give
up.
them to me, bro.
I'm on testosterone replacement therapy and every vitamin known to man. Means every day.
Can we talk about vitamins for a second? Can we talk about vitamins and steroids and protein shakes? Those are literally like not even checked. Like you know, vitamins and protein powders and all this stuff comparatively to like vaccines and medicine, like that stuff isn't even checked. You know, like they don't even like really look at that stuff. They're just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I I think it's way crazier to inject yourself with steroids than it is with a vaccine.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like comparatively to, you know, like heavily watched and heavily tested vaccinations that go through rigorous tests and countless stuff compared to vitamins and protein powders that they kind of don't check. You know, they don't really look through it much. They're just like, oh, yeah, that's powder. Just throw it in a drink. I don't know. He did say, you know, he supports the vaccine and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, he's sus of the vaccine, but he ain't sus about protein shakes. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't think he is sus about the vaccine. I just think he was just a little backwards in his initial take about.
Well, yeah, that's why I was trying to backpedal after I said that. Because I was like, well, he did, you know, fix his point right after. Yeah. I tried to backpedal, okay?
It is crazy how hard. Okay, this is kind of going on a different tangent about like online bullying and harassment, but like Joe Rogan made this statement, right? Like he was like, if you're younger, you're not at risk, so maybe don't get it. I think that was obviously really stupid of him to say, and it's good that he clarified his statement. But oh my God, the amount of backlash he got is insane.
Dude,
like the internet is ruthless.
Crazy, dude. Like the moment you say one bad thing, like your career's over, bro.
I
mean, and how hard is it to not say something stupid on your podcast? You know what I mean?
Well, it's pretty hard. I mean, I feel like whenever you and I have done it, definitely.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to only say stuff that isn't stupid. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna say dumb shit. Like it happens.
Yeah. And then H3 absolutely ripped this guy a new one because of his take. I mean, just Twitter in general was fucking dogpiling
going
him.
Crazy, dude. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Like today's internet culture, it's like good in some ways, bad in others, because you know you call out awful people, which is a great thing, but it also could be used reverse, where allegations come up that aren't true, or rumors come up that aren't true, or someone says something that they didn't actually mean and it was misinterpreted out of context, etc. And then people go ape shit on Twitter and ruin your entire image. You know what I mean?
Okay, there is the other side of it too, where Joe Rogan is obviously one of the biggest podcasters in the world. Yeah. So when he says something, a lot of people are going to take his word for it.
I feel like when you are number one, you got to watch yourself way harder. You know, you got to be careful.
He's got a bunch of young, impressionable people watching him. Even old, impressionable dumbasses are watching him, and they're like, oh my God, Joe Rogan said that not everybody needs the vaccine.
I'm not getting it.
Like, you can have some 40-year-olds who are like, you know what, I'm still a young buck. I'm healthy. I don't need it. Joe Rogan said so.
You know, you're right, Joe Rogan. I'm not going to get it. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Yeah. I eat chicken every once in a while. I'm healthy.
Yeah, so maybe to a certain extent, I feel like the backlash was warranted, and you know, just to make him like clarify what he meant.
Yeah, just to give him like a warning shot, like, bro, watch what you're saying. You know what I mean?
But it can be so toxic at the same time too. You know,
the internet. God, the internet sucks.
You and I have dealt with that too. That's just life online, though.
We've dealt with that out of context, like misinterpretation crap. Like, it sucks because you literally can't do anything. Like, you literally just have to like take it, you know. And you have to deal with hundreds of people thinking you're awful just because like they misinterpreted something or they saw something out of context and didn't actually understand what you really meant. And then it sucks.
And the worst part is there are so many people online. As soon as one person with any sort of influence doesn't like you and they say why they don't like you, their little following, they're not going to like you either. And it doesn't matter what you say. They just have like a sour taste in their mouth about you. So they're going to say whatever they want about you, and they're going to just hate you for no reason.
Yeah, and it sucks because like that gets views, you know? Shit talking people gets views. And
drama.
Making false allegations and rumors gets you views. So it's just like
I don't know. I feel like
promoted.
when you make false allegations and rumors, you can also like shoot yourself directly in the face. Like
oh yeah.
who was that one YouTuber who was like making up all this dumb shit and then it all backfired on him. Def Noodles.
Oh yeah. I remember I heard that name before. I don't know the situation, but I heard that name before.
He's this commentator with like he wears these white glasses, and he said a bunch of stuff that just was blatantly untrue. And then he tried to backpedal by telling everybody it was all jokes. And
satire. It's satire,
yeah, it's satire,
guys. God,
satire.
Dude. I hate that word now. People just blatantly harass and bully someone. Oh, it was just satire. We're just joking. Like
it reminds me of Keemstar when he tried to like pretend his entire persona online and was just made up.
He's the epitome of the bad examples of satire, because anytime he's backed into a corner, anytime he's called out, oh, it was just joshing, bruh. I was just kidding, man. It's just good old fashioned Keem joking around, you know.
It was a character. It wasn't Daniel. It was Keemstar.
Yeah, it's a character. God, Daniel would never do that.
Isn't it so nice to just be able to get out of any situation scot-free because you're just a character the entire time?
But guys, if I ever say anything bad, it's just Peter Jones, man. Just Peter Jones coming out. That's not me. Not me. All right.
It wasn't Elvis. It was the alien saying that.
Yeah, it was the alien saying that one. God. All right. I think we've said a lot about stuff here. We said words. Words came out of our mouth.
Yeah, we said a lot of words. Let us know if you have any words and put them in the comment section.
Put words underneath this video.
There are lots of opinions about vaccines and
I'm sure there's plenty of people who disagree with us.
Yeah, so let us know why we're wrong or why we're right. We like to hear that we're right. So
please tell us.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.